Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another episode of the Payoff Pitch. We are now 2 weeks into spring training here. We got some interesting stuff to talk to you tonight about. We're looking back into the crystal ball, the Back to the Futures episode. We're gonna go back and look through our futures we already have, how we're feeling on them, and we're gonna go through any new futures we've added. Because I know we have all added some futures because we are all degenerates. With me here today, right below me, we have LIU Brooklyn's finest, Mr. Fast Breaks. In the down right corner, we got Kev. I still got to come up with one for you. And then he's back, baby. He got kicked out of Texas for winning too much money. The Don Corleone himself.
Oh, we don't do that. We don't throw that up, Don. we don't throw that up, bro. That's
Listen,
rule number one.
On my family-friendly Christian podcast, we throw down the horns.
That's what I think about the state of Texas after winning all that cash, brother.
So before we go into our futures and some spring training talk, let's get it kicked off with some daily walk-off. Kev, Steve, we'll kick it off with you guys again. We got the Nats here. See if we can get it without getting an out this time.
Ugh.
Ooh.
I already see some problems.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say I forgot Delino DeShields played for a minute.
Yeah, like the Lions played second, Dozier, Danny Espinosa.
Oh, so you're just trying to? Okay, I see where we're going here.
Yeah.
We gotta match these up. All right.
Yeah.
So Dozier 100% played second base.
Yeah, but he can fit in.
Alex Call would be
Probably people
outfield
can fit in
2023, right?
Yeah.
Him and Stone Garrett.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
And then probably Robles, right?
I would even-
Yeah,
Well,
I know, or Lane Thomas.
Yeah. What about Lane?
that's the problem. People can fit in multiple categories. Put Lane for now.
Yeah.
Victor wouldn't be in 2002, so put him in hit by pitch.
Yeah. Switch him and Jose Vidro.
Yeah, Vlad, Jose, Danny Espinosa.
Who the fuck is Ron Hunt?
Put him in. Ron Hunt, just put him in hit by pitch just because we don't know who the hell he is. Or I don't know who he is.
And then put Espinoza.
Well, Espinoza, the problem with Espinoza could fit multiple categories.
DeShields was an outfielder, right? Or am I tripping?
No, he played second base for a long time.
So I switch it back.
Yeah.
You want to give it a go right here?
No, put Danny Espinoza in hit by pitch for Mike Lansing. All right, now let's give it a go.
Who's Brad Wilkerson?
All right, so we got one wrong in the second base, one wrong in the 2002 average.
All right, switch the two people I don't know, Mike Lansing and Brad Wilkerson. No, not Jose
No.
Vidra. Keep Jose. So switch Jose Vidra with Mike Lansing. There you go.
Boom, there we go.
Yeah. Let's go, fellas.
Steve, you got kind of cooked there. I'm not going to lie. I didn't hear a peep out of you.
Yo, Steve's brain's still trying to work.
I was trying to remember Hunt, man. I don't.
Yeah, I don't. Hunt,
So,
Wilkerson, and Lansing. I have no idea who they are.
Don, who are we going
I
to do for you?
remember Wilkinson.
We could do the Red Sox. It's fine.
You can pick your team. It's okay.
We're good. All right. Let's see. So Jim Rice is 100% hit by pitch.
We got Mike Lansing again.
Fucking course we do.
So we know he's 2002.
I would say Trevor Story is definitely second base. Switch him in Verdugo. Yoshida definitely didn't play in 2002. Switch him with.
He'd have to be
Outfield?
2023, right?
Yeah, switch him with Ray Sanchez for now. Jim Rice is definitely hit by pitch because he didn't play in 2002. Veritek.
Don Baylor
I would switch Veritek and Manny because I don't think Veritek ever hit 280 in his life. So that's good. I would say switch Fry and Ray Sanchez, and I think would be fine. All right.
So you got one wrong in 3 categories. You got a single.
Who the fuck is Don Baylor?
Don Baylor's like, isn't he an old player?
Well, he's definitely not a young player.
I
would say switch. I would say switch him and Ray Sanchez.
Yeah.
And then if I have to switch Fry and Veritek because there's no reason why.
Oh god.
What the hell?
So yeah, so Veritek was probably right over here.
So it's definitely
And-
man. Definitely man.
Or is it this?
I don't think Hillenbrand played long enough for us to.
Well, then it'd have to be either like Lansing or Sanchez over here is what I'm thinking.
No, because that year Shea hit like 290, so Shea's gonna be over there. Switch him in Veritek. It's gonna be Mike Lanson's really fucking me up.
I mean, could it be Manny for top 5 hit by pitch?
No, Manny hit almost 350 that year. I know that.
Well, the problem with this game is people can fit into multiple categories.
Yeah, put Ray Sanchez in 2002.
For who?
Fry.
All right, let's try it. Boom.
There it is.
Hit a triple. All right, let's get with my Bravos.
I was thinking fucking what's his face was playing fucking second base, Jose Offerman in 2002. That wasn't it.
Let's see. Mainly played second. You got Giles. You got Chase Peterson. Outfield 2023. You got Acuna, Harris,
Eddie
Rosario.
I would say Chipper Jones is 100% 2002.
Yeah.
Him and Julio Franco, I would say.
Yeah. I'm gonna try it right here. I think that's. All right, so it's got to be Tommy Tucker and someone over here.
Try
Or is it
Keith.
Jason?
Nope, try Keith.
Yeah, there we go.
My guy Keith.
Fun fact: Don Baylor was hit by a pitch 267 times in his major league career. Just want to throw that out there.
Smart. I think we
Okay.
should. I think we should try someone else's. I think us for Nimsy we should try the Yankees.
For Nimsy.
For
Leave a
Nimsy.
comment. What other? We'll do one more team. Whatever they say in the comments after the Yankees. So leave a comment on who you want us to do for our last one. And I
Alright.
knew she was gonna say that immediately.
no.
No, I'll
Anybody
sleep
else?
on
Anybody
I'll
else?
sleep on the couch tonight if I have to. Fuck that.
All right. So second base, I would say Rougned Odor for Giambi. Switch them two. I would say mainly outfield. It's Judge. It's Burn. No, 2023. Jesus.
Cabrera.
Yeah,
They have to
Oswaldo
be Cabrera, yeah.
And then I'm assuming that Kenneth Fafella played some outfield for them.
Yeah, he played everywhere.
I would say A-Rod's good there. I would say switch Steve Sachs and Bernie Williams.
And try it from there.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Take Kid out of there. Put in
Frankie.
Frankie Crosetti sounds like a second baseman. Nope, it's Steve
No, so
Sachs.
it's gotta be Sachs. Yeah. There we go.
There we go.
All right, so we got Mariners, Dodgers, or Orioles as our team.
I see we've done too many AL East. Let's do Seattle Mariners.
Yeah, that's gonna be
All right. So
Suzuki definitely 2002.
Yeah.
So
Edgar
Kelnick's
out
gonna
there.
be over here.
Julio Rodriguez too.
Yep.
Edgar
And Teoscar
Martinez.
too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
would put
Braxton-
Ty
Ty
France was a
France-
first baseman, so he's got to be like hit by pitch.
right.
Yeah, switch him and Jose Lopez. Jose Lopez sounds like a second baseman.
Seager played
Um,
second some.
Yeah, but he
but-
played. I would say he's there.
I think second.
Yeah, because he was there for a while.
John Olerud ever hit 280?
Oh, we're about to find out. I think we should hit swing on this.
Yeah, John Olerud's definitely not it. I'd say him and Dan Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Seager and France definitely did not play 2002. No?
Oh.
Oh, maybe it's not Edgar Martinez because he did get hit by a pitch a lot.
Yep.
There we go.
There we go.
I do remember Edgar Martinez always getting hit by a pitch. That was a big one.
All right. And now, to end it up, we're going to hit the Immaculate Grid.
Oh,
They played it for their first time last week, so this will...
They've never played it before?
No.
Never played it before.
Jesus Christ.
They were
All right.
shooting 50%ers and higher.
I was about to say, that's the category. How low do we want to go?
What did we get last week? I forgot.
We missed one.
I think we got like 90 something.
Yeah, I think we missed one.
Yeah, I think our goal this week is just to get a perfect bracket.
All right, well, Phillies Red Sox off the bat, Kyle Schwarber.
There you go.
12. Okay. Played one game at second base in the Sox.
I'm trying to think of someone that's not Dustin Pedroia. Give me a second here.
Did Von Grissom? Because I know he was played short for a bit.
No, I don't think he played. I don't think he played there last year. Oh, here's a good one. Mark Bellhorn. Yup.
3%.
Stud.
200 plus wins in a career pitching.
Tim
Uh,
Wakefield. No?
You got to go low. We got to go
Yeah.
low. I was going to say, you think people would pick Smoltzy? He was there, what, 1 year? No.
I would say.
Pedro's going to be too high.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of guys.
Cy Young?
No, we don't want to go that old.
Babe Ruth? No.
Derek Lowe. Did you ever get to 200?
No shot.
Yeah.
Matsuzaka?
No.
No. Just throwing out Red Sox pitchers I know.
John
was
Lester
one
didn't
value.
get to John Lester didn't get to 200 wins, right?
I think you got the 200 exactly, but I think that's still kind of high. I think I got. I would say John Lester. It's the only other one I can think of. I really want to say Clay Buchholz, so I know he didn't even win 100.
Lester 6%.
I'll take that.
Detroit, Philly.
What about Placido Polanco?
That's That's what I was thinking. I was thinking him or Gregory Soto.
Veerling.
I think
recently.
Soto's too recent. I think Polanco you get a little lower.
12. Second base for one game. Do you think a lot of people would put Colt Keith?
Probably.
Yeah.
This is the current.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to think of like
Think of a team. Think of somebody when they were terrible.
that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to do. No,
Alex
I'm trying
Jackson? No.
I'm trying to go deeper than that.
Didn't what's his name? It used to play for the Yankees. Urshela.
No, he's third. What about
He's played second before though. I don't think it has to be second base on the Tigers. I think he just had to play second base.
What about like Omar Infante?
I love me and Omar Infante. Braves legend for 2 years.
All I remember is Lou Whitaker.
4%. There you go.
4%, yeah. 200 plus career wins pitching.
Yeah. Scherzer's the obvious choice.
Scherzer, Verlander.
I want to throw it back to my guy Kenny Rogers though.
Ooh.
Big left hand.
You want to run it?
Yeah, fuck it.
3.
Yup.
Sox and Philly. It's going to be Luis Robert by the end of this year.
I have no idea. I'm out.
Jesus Christ, Steve.
He put all his energy into his parlays today.
This is true. He probably
No,
did.
that was by John Lester. That was it. You guys,
Yeah.
That's right. He did throw in
6%.
John Lester.
6%. I'm out.
I got one for Sox in second base.
What do you got for Sox at second base?
I was thinking Nicky Lopez.
Yeah, it's not a bad one. Not a lot of people put that.
Didn't Jim Tomei play for the Sox?
He did. That's a good one. I would say him, or I would even throw in Jimmy Rollins because Rollins played 2016.
Ooh, I bet you.
Yeah, Rollins would be. I didn't realize Rollins
6.
played for the Sox.
And then Sox 200 career wins.
Ed Walsh.
Mark Burley.
To Ed Walsh.
Mm-hmm.
No shot
Yeah,
at
or-
Walt won fucking 200 games.
Nope.
Fuck!
Fucking Christ, Steve.
Add it to the counter.
Can't believe he said Ed Walsh with such confidence.
I believed it, man. It was like that's a legend.
Let's see. There was 20 players we could have chosen for that one. Here were the options.
Ed Walsh finished fucking 195.
Options, obvious ones were Walter Johnson, Cy Young, Christy Mathewson, Warren Spahn. For the 200 win category. Yeah, I think there was like 4 people we could have picked from.
Did Chris Sale get there?
He's not there
Yeah,
yet.
I don't think so.
So we scored a 149. The average score was a 6.4.
See, that's all these fucking dweeb people that don't get out of their mom's basement. They get fucking 6.4.
Oh no, it's probably the people who just cheat.
Yeah, that also too.
Yeah, the most common answer for each one was Pedro Martinez, Pedroia, Papelbon, Mark Burley, Verlander, Lou Whitaker, Casti, Tomey, and Anderson.
I'm glad we didn't say Jim Tomey because he was high.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was 30%.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, that is it for Immaculate Grid. So let's get into some spring training action. We had another week in. I think we saw a lot of like rookies and second year players trying to prove themselves have big years. My big one is still going to be Drake Baldwin is playing lights out. And with Sean Murphy's injury, I would not be shocked if he doesn't make the opening day roster at this point. I don't know where you guys are sitting with him.
That's your boy, man.
You're the Braves. You're the Braves guy.
Yeah,
Dude,
man.
I'm
locking in rookie of the year, bro. We with
dude,
you.
I was like, might as well. Like plus 5,000. He's gonna be the everyday catcher. His last 2 games he pit when he went 2 for 3 against Sandy Alcantara, with like both hits being over 100 exit velo. They've had him catching Reynaldo Lopez, Chris Sale, and like Ian Anderson, so he's clearly getting reps with the starting catchers. And honestly, Sean Murphy's contract as a Braves fan has been the most horrendous thing I've ever seen Alex Anthopoulos do outside of extend Arcia. No, I think he's fully ready. Like I was telling Steve earlier this week, my biggest worry is that they're gonna call him up to be a rotational catcher when I think Sean Murphy's injury history proves that Sean Murphy needs to be the rotation guy at this point, and you need to just go ahead and play Drake Baldwin and let him get his lumps in.
don't hate it.
But yeah, Don, who is there anyone that's kind of impressed you so far, just across the league?
I mean, I think the big one for me is the more I see him, the more it looks like he's just going to be the everyday starting of probably center fielder for the Sox is Roman Anthony. I know we've talked about him being like the guy for them, but he's shown in spring training that he can play at this level. So I'm excited for him. That's basically a big one for me. I think one future that I kind of don't hate throwing a little bit on. Obviously, Shohei Ohtani for the National League MVP is like the odds-on favorite, but there's potential of him missing some time because the Dodgers are supposed to win 100+ games. They might rest some guys. So, and if anything injury-wise happens, then Ohtani's numbers take a dip, and then he misses some key time. We've seen this in the past as dominant pitchers have put up Cy Young and MVP type seasons, and I mean, at plus 6,500, I wouldn't hate throwing a dart right now at fucking Paul Skeens to do so. I just think he's that good. He's up to the level of prime Verlander and prime Clayton Kershaw where he can do this. It's only happened twice in my lifetime. I don't see why it couldn't potentially happen again this year.
No, I don't hate that. I mean, I think the one thing you have to worry about with that is if the Pirates pull, the same crap they pull every year and they just say, hey, we're out of the playoff race. It's August. We're going to limit you to not risk his arm. I think that's the one thing you have to worry about with him. My biggest worry, and I'll say this even dating back to the Spencer Strider years when he was a rookie, is my biggest concern when you have a rookie that you're willing to let throw 100 to 120 pitches at that, or not even a rookie anymore, but like a really young player who just throws nothing with gas. One of those pitches is going to come out wrong, and it's going to be a Tommy John. Like, I think that was the thing I was worried about, like with Strider, was he just throws so hard, something bad just looked like it was going to happen. I almost kind of have that same fear with Skeens just because he throws so many other pitches. Like, I'm worried one of them is going to be the reason why. But no, I genuinely think the floor for him this year is a Jacob deGrom going like 10-14 season because his team can't score runs. Like, and he's pitching like with like a 1 ERA through July.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you're wrong. I don't know. It's something drawing me towards that number, and I don't know. I can't explain it.
I mean, he looked phenomenal his rookie year. So
he looked filthy the other day when he pitched.
As someone who was down in Pittsburgh, everybody has lots of nice words to say about this guy. So
yeah.
And the stadium is actually kind of beautiful.
I told you.
I'm low key like I might go back in the summer.
Dude, it's the best ballpark.
Know where you're going,
it is the best ballpark. I will fly out. It is the best ballpark in baseball. You sit right behind home plate with the bridges over the thing.
Yeah. Beautiful spot.
Hold on.
Get your stone on a steak right across the street.
I'll tell you exactly the time frame that I'm
Eat some
looking
pierogies.
Did you ever have that when you were over there? The stone on a steak?
Yeah, I did.
No, I haven't. Oh, you had it?
Oh.
I haven't had a chance to have it yet.
Bro, yeah, they bring out like on a plate this like massive like stone that like they heat it up like with a blowtorch or something. It's like, and they cook the steak on it so it's cooking while it's sitting at your table.
Oh, that's awesome.
The weekend of the 25th of July, they play in the Diamondbacks. I'm thinking about heading out that weekend.
Damn, it's when we move. Fuck. Well, I guess I'll be homeless for like 2 days.
My birthday's the 24th, so I think a couple of my buddies and I are gonna drive out. I think we're gonna hit the Midwest, potentially, or we're either gonna hit the Midwest or we're gonna do Sox in Philly on Tuesday and then drive out to Pittsburgh and spend the weekend in Pittsburgh.
There you go.
Nice.
So that's an idea that I have. I gotta finalize it with them, but I'm 100% going back to see the Pirates play at home this year.
The real question is, are we all going to Reading, PA for the Flapjacks 11 a.m. midweek game?
That's one of the best jerseys.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Don, you missed that one. So,
breakfast bar, baby.
Oh yeah,
breakfast bar. I'm all in.
There's a minor. The Phillies like AAA team does an 11 a.m. game on a Tuesday, like the first Tuesday after Labor Day, and they call themselves the Reading Flapjacks, and like all the food and all the beer is like breakfast themed.
Oh, that's dope.
Kev, anyone kind of stick out to you so far in spring training that we didn't mention last show?
Yeah, the only because I have him in some of my futures. I like the way Corbin Carroll's looking after a rough sophomore year or second year, whatever you want to call it. Looks like he changed his swing a little bit. It's spring training. You know me, I don't put a whole lot into spring training, but he's at least looking good again and hitting for power and hitting for average. So I'm hoping he'll have a bounce back here.
Cheese, I want you to know I will be coming to Iowa at some point and just knocking on your front door. I need a place to stay.
Yeah, can we talk about the Cubs this offseason looking like the greatest baseball team ever? Does this like obviously it's
there, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, given how they've been playing, does it put any more urge into taking them to win the Central?
No, because Cincinnati Reds are still the best team in the NL.
Yeah, I got Steve. Before we get into your, I'm gonna let you get your parlays here in a second. I got two players. I'm like really curious what you guys think about. I mentioned one of these guys to you earlier, Don, a couple of weeks ago. So there's two guys right now on the Colorado Rockies that were kind of rumored to be trade bait going into this season. Both Nick Martini and Michael Toglia were looked at as potential like trade opportunity players. So far in spring training right now, Nick Martini has 5 hits, 2 home runs, 2 strikeouts, and has a 1,300 OPS. Michael Toglia has 6 hits. 4 of them are for extra base hits. With a 300 average and a 1.014 OPS. The big problem right now with him is he struck out 8 times in 20 at-bats with 1 walk. Is it just in terms of fantasy, these two guys are going to be hitting in one of the most hitter-friendly ballparks in the country? Are these two guys you kind of might look out later in the draft to snag, or even look for your team to kind of pick up in the trade market this year?
I mean, I'm definitely going to keep an eye on them fantasy-wise, just because, I think that the more I look into it, the more it's getting to that point of the year where I'm getting excited for baseball, and it's the scary part because the last couple of years I've kind of been like, it's been all right, but then Skeen's coming out and like all these like young talent that makes baseball fun again. I'm excited for, so definitely someone I'm gonna keep an eye on, and hopefully Steve can pronounce their names right at some point. I got 2 weeks worth, buddy. I'm getting it all out.
That's what we said last week. I was like, damn, I miss.
It's been quiet, man. You know what I'm saying? My kidney feels, all right. No one's been stabbing it, man. It's just I need those.
Listen, no such thing as stabbing, brother. Just making you laugh. That's all we need.
Spring training though. Some of the games I saw some of these Seattle Mariner games. Ryan Bliss kind of stands out to me. I think he'll get us. I think he'll get opening day like roster. I think he's gonna get there. Kid looks good.
The problem with like Seattle is their pitching is like top 10 easily in baseball. I think you could argue potentially top 5. But they just can't field like a positional team. I mean, you have Julio. You gotta hope Rosarena has a bounce back year. Like, you have a couple prospects that are kind of good to go coming up. I feel like they like y'all said. I'm in on them to make a push this year because I really hope they do. But I think they're just they're like a year away before they have to tell their GM to like actually make some moves.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of more guys. I mean, obviously, I know Jackson Joby's making some noise, which kind of helps my AL Rookie of the Year future. Just saying. But I think even when I look in like the Nationals, like Robert Hassel III looks really good. The fact that he's healthy, I think, is definitely a big thing because injuries have definitely derailed his minor league career. So, I mean, they got him from the Padres in that trade.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he can play a factor this year. I think what's that kid's name for the Cardinals?
Mason Wynn, Jordan Walker.
No, it's I think it's Weatherholt, JJ Weatherholt. I think.
Yeah,
I think he's got a chance to play some big time games for them this year. Jordan Lawler from the D-backs is another one I've had my eyes on for the last couple of years.
I'm curious with him because they re-signed Perdomo, and it's like, in my mind, the way I see it is they're gonna take one more year of Suarez at third. They're gonna move Perdomo over and then bring Lawler up, but I feel like he's ready to go now.
Yeah.
Lydia wants to know our opinion on the Blue Jays this year. I think I asked it before, but is this like almost ALDS bound or bust for this team?
I think
Or
it's
at what
more
point
so.
we
I
start
think it's more so
questioning?
making the playoffs or bust because
Yeah.
they're just the pitching is decent. I think they just need a couple guys that aren't Bichette and Vladdy to get going in that lineup. I mean, obviously they still got George Springer. I think that kid Alan Roden that they got looks very good. He could potentially get some. I mean, he's gonna force their hands. He's gonna have to play. But I mean, other than that, they need like that spark. They just don't have that spark from somebody else.
I think Miles Straw was a decent pickup for at least a speed guy that you could put in front of. I mean, obviously you're gonna have Springer start lead off, but I think he's a good guy you could put in that 9 hole. Kind of like what I talked about last week with Michael Harris, where it's like you have to pitch to him because if you put the speedster on base in front of George Springer, Bichette, and Vladdy, it's gonna be a problem.
Right.
But the real thing is Bichette will be a Brave by July. So I'm just putting that out there for y'all.
Oh, here we go.
That's more
I
reasonable.
think if Anthopoulos really want, because I was thinking about it all week, and I was thinking like, we have like 2 fielding prospects in our top 10, top 15. I think everyone is a starting pitcher because they just kept drafting pitchers. You could easily give up Arcia. You could probably spare a couple of these pitchers because in the next 3 years you're not going to need 10 of these guys. Because once Sale's gone, it's gonna, and possibly Lopez is gone, it's gonna be Strider, Schwellenbach, Waldrop, Grant Holmes, and they pitched some kid the other day that looked really good. I can't remember his name. I think they pitched him like once this year, and then he got hurt. But they're not going to need all these pitchers, so might as well just say, hey, let's go get a bat to put in that 2 hole right before Riley and Olsen. Just fill out their lineup. Try to that's the only way they're going to compete with the Dodgers is get a fully studded out lineup, and that's the only thing they're missing is a shortstop.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely more reasonable than Adley Rutschman to the Yankees.
We got to chill on Nimsy. Steve, you want to kick us off with some future parlays? I know you got a couple. I got 13 futures for you guys today, but we'll kick it off with Steven.
Yeah, man. Let's hop it in. I made a home run parlay.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I have Mike Trout getting 25 plus home runs in the season.
You have too much faith he's going to stay healthy.
Bro, I have 110%.
You missed his spiel last week.
I was texting Mike Trout's wife, and I was like, how's Mikey doing? And she was like, yo, Mikey's feeling good, ready to go. Mikey's dropping the sound bites. He's feeling good, playing in right field. But honestly, if he does stay healthy for the first 5 months, right? Real talk though, he's looked good in spring training, and I really want to believe, man. Y'all laugh. I'm gonna laugh my way to the window. My second is Bobby Witt getting 25 plus home runs, with then Pete Alonso 35 plus home runs. Pete kind of picked up in August with 8 home runs. He had 4 between September and October, but he did look better near the end of the season. And then this personal one is just because I love Kyle Schwarber and Kev hates him. I have Kyle Schwarber with 35 plus home runs. There we go. See, I did it for Lydia.
Don't listen to her. She willingly is an Angels fan. She willingly chose them as her team. I gave her the Braves. I gave her the Mets and the Yankees.
She just likes to be tortured. It's fun.
No, man, Mike's gonna do it, man. I believe in him this year. He's been hitting the HGH, and
he's saying shit like that, bro.
I would say, Don, do you want to give Lydia your speech you wanted to give her about being an Angels Knicks fan?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Fucking. Oh. 2 of probably the worst franchises of the 2000s, and you just decide outright that you're going to root for losers. The Angels won once in 2002, and then haven't been fucking relevant since.
I'll never forget when I took her to a Knicks game, and we were sitting next to a guy who had season tickets since the 90s. And she looked me dead in the eyes and sat in front of him and said, "Have the Knicks ever had a bad year?" And I saw like 20 years of pain in that guy's face, just like leak out at once. No, I like that parlay. I think if Trout can stay healthy through June, I think you're good, because July and August is when he always seems to get hit by a pitch and everything falls apart. What is it? Every year it's April, May. He has like, oh man, Mike Trout is back, and then it's
he's gonna hit 15 home runs, and it's gonna like, oh, this looks good. We're ready to go.
He like breaks a nail, and then it's because he broke this nail, we had to do a check, and he actually has 8 broken muscles in his finger. He's out for the next 7 months. We're not going to trade him, but we're still going to pay him $40 million.
Wow. There's a lot of now. Steve's got me looking at fucking home run totals. I don't like this.
Just 25, Don. It's
so.
Man, that's just a.
I'm gonna run a couple by you. I think this one is my fate. This one I took just because of how he played last year, and I don't see any reason why he drops this year. And this next one is my absolute favorite, and I feel like For a guy that's either home run or strikeout so much, this line is kind of low for him. Michael Toglia over 22.5 home runs. I think he's due for a bit. Like I said, I think he's due for a big year. I'm just saying, like 3 years in a row, I have not missed one.
Can I ask you one
What's up?
question?
Yeah.
Does he like pay you to like talk about him?
No, he's just the first player I looked at, and I was like, "Ooh, his stats look really good this year." And it's this. He's gonna be my hyper fixation this year. I've already just decided it.
Wow.
Someone's got to give. The Rockies paid me for their marketing, and this is all I have.
It has to be. It has to be something.
No,
Someone's gonna do
because it started when I looked at this total, and that's when I was like, okay, I think he's gonna be my guy this year. He's projected at 25 home runs. The big issue with him is he strikes out so fucking much. But to get off him, I think he's gonna go with Adley to the Yankees, by August.
Probably.
And Bobby Witt, for DJ LeMahieu and Volpe, and top
in a washing machine,
and then the number 400 prospect in their system.
Mm-hmm.
The other one I really like is Ketel Marte over 25.5 home runs. His line, I have him at 28. Steamer has him at 27. If Corbin Carroll has a good year, they're gonna have to pitch to him, and so it's more of a relying on if Corbin Carroll does good, Marte is gonna do even better.
Can I just give you one that I just kind of browsing through, and I'm far fetched that this is as low as it is, especially on this new team.
What you got?
So unfortunately, Steve made me transition from home runs to strikeouts. Garrett Crochet's over-under is 199.5. How the fuck does that guy not have 200 plus in him?
I have him at 220. Where did you find that line? I'm taking that.
Totals are low.
199.5.
It's like I like Logan Gilbert's. He's at 188. He's gonna have 220 also.
Bro, Garrett Cole's at fucking 169.5.
Yeah, there's a lot of low ones out there right now. You gotta hop on those before they start.
The thing that I worry about with them being so low like that is like, could this be like, especially like, there's like as high scoring as these games have been so far in spring training, is like, are we seeing another year of juiced baseballs?
Even school balls. School balls 197.5.
190, yeah, 197.5. I took that.
Yeah, I just think they haven't caught up to where everyone's at.
Yeah. I already hopped on Logan Gilbert one.
Gotham, do you think Chris Sale can get over 179.5?
If he stays fully healthy, yeah. I think my worry is the second year with this kind of workload. But and especially like the first 3-4 games he's gonna have this season, or he gets really tough competition for strikeouts. He's gonna have the Padres and the Dodgers his first 2 games. But I haven't watched enough of him in spring training to feel confident in it. But I would not be shocked if it goes over.
Do you know what seems really, really low? But then I look at his strikeout numbers, and it's actually not that bad. Fucking Emmanuel Clase, 63.5.
I like it. His save number looked low too. Like I think I saw like 36.5.
Don, what book are you on?
FanDuel.
Okay.
Do you know what's wild to me? So now, see, the thing is, Steve, you fucked me because now I'm looking at stolen bases.
Oh, I have a stolen base parlay, little 2-leg parlay.
Bro, Ellie De La Cruz 60 plus is plus 158.
Are they? You said what?
Ellie De La Cruz gets 60 or more steals is plus 158.
I mean, he's the odds-on favorite for leader, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, minus 150.
Mile, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at steals. I was talking to Kev earlier. I put a Bryce Terang for 30 plus stolen bases with Victor Robles 30+ stolen
I like
bases. Come to
You know-
plus 121.
My favorite on the book, it's plus 102. It's Vinny Pasquantino over half stolen base. I love
Hey,
it.
listen, if Kyle Schwarber can steal a base, anybody can steal a base.
Those used to be my favorite. Like I would make like a plus 100 parlay, and I would put like like 5 or 6 of like Jake Berger, Rowdy Tellez, like Austin Riley, like shit like that, and just put like $50 on it. And like I would do it like 4 or 5 days in a row, make like 500.
All right, I'm back to home runs now.
One
Freddie
I've got
Freeman
on,
over 20.5.
I got one on underdog. I really like. I got a 2-leg. I got Albies and Bellinger, 20+ home runs each, plus 103.
That's not bad. If Ozzy stays healthy, that's easy.
Yeah, it's Ozzy that I'm worried about. That's it. But some of the other features I did a win band for the Diamondbacks to win. Diamondbacks to win between 84 and 89 games this year. I don't think they're a 90-win team, but they're definitely above 500 team. That's plus 270 right now on DraftKings. I have it's still my favorite one. Cardinals under 76.5 wins. They're in limbo. They don't have the prospects and they don't have the trade assets to do a full rebuild, but they don't have the team to compete. So they're just gonna kind of sit in limbo. I don't think they hit 77 wins.
That's on DK as well.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
And then I did a couple alternate win and RBI totals. I took Garrett Crochet 14+ wins, plus 140. Just because 12+ was like minus 170, and then it kicked up to 140 just like that. I definitely think he's a 14-win pitcher. Lions have him at 13, but I don't see any reason he doesn't win 14. And then I also took Pete Alonso 100+ RBIs at even money on DraftKings. I think the line actually dropped to 120 since I took it. We saw it last year with Judge behind Soto. Now we're going to see Alonso. He's in a contract year with an option to opt out after this year. Yeah, I'll take him 100 RBIs. Even though I hate doing that, like it makes me sick to my stomach to bet that. But and then yeah, Drake Baldwin, Rookie of the Year, plus 5,000.
Somebody has faith.
It's more of a who else are we gonna play? Chadwick Trump.
I don't know. All I know is Walker Buehler looked really good the other day. I might want to take his win total.
He looked really, really good. Him and Crochet at the top of the rotation is going to be good.
The fact that going from Brian Bell being their ace to the 5th best pitcher on the staff is wild.
Yeah. I wonder, have they taught Cutter Crawford not to throw the ball directly over the middle of the plate this year?
Probably not.
I mean, if they go to the ABS system, he's going to have to.
This is true.
Have you seen that? They did the Moneyball meme with him. It's like, this is Cutter Crawford. He was arguably a top 100 pitcher last season. The problem is he doesn't know how to throw it outside of dead center.
Yep.
Throw his fastball outside of dead center. That just reminds me of when Adam Wainwright's like farewell game in his home state when they played the Braves. In the opening pitch of the game, he threw an 85-mile-an-hour fastball directly down the middle to Ronald Acuna. He smacked the shit out of it. Other than that, any other futures you guys are really looking at?
You got me interested in RBI leader with Pete Alonso.
I don't hate it. Here I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna pick a random player, give you their line. You guys gotta tell me over or under. Luis Castillo over 170 strikeouts.
Over.
Steve?
I said over. I'll take the under.
Fuck you.
Kev, you're the middleman.
I think over.
Damn right. That's the winning side. You damn well know that. Motherfucker.
Tanner Bybee at 162.5.
Ugh.
Under.
The problem is all the strikeouts are low right now. Like, till they adjust these.
I'm gonna say under because I just think he's gonna get rocked.
He's a contact pitcher.
Yeah.
I mean, he had I think 187 last year.
Flaherty 149.5.
Oh, over.
Over. Yeah.
Yeah, for the guy who he was averaging like 10 strikeouts a game the first 2 months of the season.
Mm-hmm.
He was on fire,
Yeah.
man.
Last one for pitchers, Jared Jones 159.5.
If he stays healthy, over. I think he can be good.
I don't have a problem with that.
If he stays healthy. Big if.
All right, let's go to stolen bases. Jaron Duran 29.5.
Oh, fucking over. His big biceps might hit him 30 home runs, but he can steal bases whenever he wants.
Yeah, I say over.
Justin Turner over 1.5 stolen bases.
Fucking under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, if he gets 2 stolen bases, I'll buy Steve the flapjack jersey.
Is he even going to attempt to
He's gonna have like a steal second, steal third game 1 of the season.
And it's literally on the back. It's gonna say fast breaks on it too.
Hell yeah.
I
think over then. Lock it in.
He's going to get both of those from a double steal where he's just running because the guy in front of him.
It's gonna be like a missed stat calculation. It's gonna be like a pass ball, but they're gonna say he ran before it went.
Nothing's gonna be funnier. Hey, what are you sweating out? The fact that Justin Turner only has 1 stolen base in 134 games, and I need one more to get my goddamn flapjack jersey.
Steve's gonna be talking like in I Think You Should Leave Now when he goes to that like shirt store. He's gonna be like, you don't understand. It's a pancake.
Just fucking wait.
It's
gonna
so
be mid-August.
complicated.
It's gonna be mid-August. We're gonna be talking about this show.
Let me write
And
this
Steve's gonna
down.
be like,
Justin Turner.
He's gonna be like, update on Justin Turner, guys.
We'll have the Justin Turner update banner on the scroll across the bottom.
Oh God.
Let's go.
Xavier Edwards 40.5 stolen bases.
I'm gonna say under because I think
Yes, he can.
I think he can easily get to 30. I think 40 might be able to stretch him a little bit.
How many did he have last season? I'm gonna look at these.
Let's see.
He only played like half the season too.
You got called up.
Xavier Edwards had 31 stolen bases last year.
In how many games?
70.
Yeah,
You
I'll
said
take
the numbers what?
I'm big on him for.
Yeah.
He's gonna be one of my base leaders this year. Like he rarely gets out. It's just the team behind him sucks. They're gonna have to find a way to get him in scoring position. Okay, so let's do home runs. Brent Rooker to get 40 home runs.
Under.
Under, yeah.
Under. He doesn't care about gamblers.
Yeah, I go under.
Bellinger over 20.5.
Yeah, he's got that.
Over, yeah. Well, he's
Fucking he plays at the Shore Forge.
right.
Yeah. Jake Berger over 25.5.
Over.
Under.
Over what?
Fuck that. Fuck that.
25.5. The Jake
I
Berger's
say,
line
I
is
say over,
really-
man.
It's crazy.
Under.
Done with the last 2 years, and now he's with Texas. They're gonna have to pitch to him in that lineup.
Under.
Junior Caminero over 23.5.
Get that the fuck out of my face. Fucking under. I hope he fucking hits like 2.
Marcelo Zuna 30.5 in a contract season.
Fucking over.
Do you think he hits 40?
I mean, he had what, 39 last year?
Yeah.
I don't see why he wouldn't.
To hit 40 plus for him is plus 350.
Okay.
For you Nat boys, James Wood over under 17.5.
Over.
Under, he's gonna be a contact guy.
No, he's gonna hit 25 plus.
I don't think so.
O'Neal Cruz over 22.5.
What did he have last year?
He had like 15 or 16, and then he broke his foot doing
Right.
something stupid. Because remember, there was that whole fight where like
He had 21 last
broke
year.
he broke his leg at home plate, and then there was a whole like fight above him while he's just like curled up in a ball in pain.
He also played 146 games last year, which is wild. I'm gonna. What was it? 25.5?
22.
22.
22. Ooh.
And he's moving to center field.
Fuck it. Under. Ellie De La Cruz is better.
Wind's blowing in. Yeah.
I want the smoke. I'm back, baby. The smoke is here. Give it to me.
Rafi
rooting against a lot of people over there.
Fuck them.
Rafi Devers. Rafi Devers over 29.5.
Oh, fucking over. Fuck is that line?
It's at minus
Line's
105 too.
Line is fucking terrible. My friends and I have a bet every year because one of them thinks Rafael Devers just stinks. So they bet all you can eat barbecue. Loser has to pay for it. And my buddy who has Rafael Devers over 30, it's literally 30 or more home runs every year. And my buddy who's a big Rafi Devers guy is making out like a bandit every year.
You said his line's 29.5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I bet that. Was that on DraftKings?
FanDuel.
I like Bregman's for the Sox.
I like Bregman to lead the league in doubles, whatever that's at. He's gonna hit like 50 plus.
Ooh, I like that. I know Duran's the like ahead of that right now. He's still like plus 400, I think.
Ugh.
And last one here, Jordan Alvarez over 33.5 home runs.
Under, I think he has it down here.
I got two more here, the little promo ones. How many teams win over 100 games this year, and how many teams win or lose over 100 games this year?
3-3.
So that's the line on DraftKings is 1.5 teams to go over, and the line for losses is 3.5.
All right, so ready? White Sox,
Rockies.
I'm gonna say it with chest. Angels.
Let's see who could they possibly think the four? Would you think the Marlins, or is their pitching just too good?
I think their pitching's too good.
If you're Miami, what do you do with Sandy? Because your team's rebuilding. He's like, you gotta like.
Listen, I think
he looked fucking great.
Listen, that 400th prospect in the Yankees farm system looks really entertaining. Let me tell you.
He's not even playing. He's just at Home Depot right now, clocking in for his shift.
Yep. I think there's a chance. I think Sandy's gonna get
Not Home Depot, bro. Come on.
Bro, he's gonna find it. Listen, it's tough out here. Fucking single A ball doesn't start yet.
Oh,
it's better than him asking if they need more lemon pledge.
Their 400th prospect's just that kid from Trouble with the Curve.
Yep. Show him the curve. Rigoberto Sanchez.
No, I think the Marlins
boy.
are just one of those teams where it's like you're gonna suck. You're gonna finish 5th in your division, but you have the pitching. If you still had half of your offensive talent, you still have the pitching to get through.
Where would Sandy go make sense? Where would that be?
Baltimore.
Who's got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they'd be willing to give up another couple prospects for.
Yeah, they need it.
I think Texas is always one of those teams that's always kind of sneakily in every trade argument.
I hate to sound like a fucking Yankees fan, but the Red Sox wouldn't be a bad little get either.
No. Curious about this one. I think it could be a dark horse for them. If they're willing, if they come to you, if you're the Tigers and they come to you and say, give us prospect like 2, 3, and 8, would you do it
Yeah, tomorrow.
for Sandy?
I'll
Even if it's for 1 year?
I'll give you Cole Keith. I don't give a fuck. Fucking, I'll give you Max Clark. I'll give you Cole Keith, and that can play today, and I'll give you fucking Kevin McGonigal. All in.
And you get 2 years of Sandy with a club option.
Deal. He won't be like Dontrell Willis.
Oh gosh.
Tall guy from the Marlins? What could go wrong?
I'll even throw in Dylan Dingler.
So here was the 3 options last year. The Rangers go all in, giving up Leiter, Kumar Rocker, and Josh Jung for Sandy and a prospect. Tampa Bay gives up the farm system for him, which definitely was not gonna happen anymore.
Mhm.
And of course the Dodgers. But their trade package then had Walker Buehler, Urias, and Dustin May, which obviously Urias isn't on the team anymore. Bueller's
It is
gone,
Walker
and yeah. Well, but Buehler left. Urias is in jail, or about to be.
I think, like I said, the Orioles. I think the Orioles, the Red Sox both have the minor leagues. I wouldn't even be surprised, and Marlins fans would hate this, but if Steve Cohen would back up the Brinks trucks and give up all the prospects in the world for Sandy.
Oh, I think you would see Beatty gone. I think you would definitely see. What was the kid's name they pulled up last year midseason that was like average? I gotta find it. Says right now, as of 3 days ago, Mets and Red Sox are preparing for trade war over Sandy Alcantara, who are most likely to be the top suitor, which is believed by MLB executives. The 2 dark horse candidates would be the Braves and the Orioles.
Like it.
If we land Sandy, trade package from a Mets analyst would be Brett Beatty, Jet Williams, Carson Bang, and 2 mid-level prospects.
Very nice.
I think if that goes through, I think if you're Miami, like in the next 3 years, you have a good, promising future in your field.
To trade away.
Yeah, to trade away.
Win the
I saw the like someone did the thing of like what the Marlins lineup would look like if they never traded away their prospects. And then someone brought up the fact that half of these guys were traded for each other and then traded again.
It's just a major league minor team. That's it.
Yeah. Let me see what the Red Sox package is.
Probably Dick Fitz. Great name.
Projected Tristan Casas, Wilyer Abreu, and 2 prospects.
Casas, Abreu, and 2 prospects. Fucking CLA, a Wolfray. Have fun fucking in the strip clubs in Miami, you dweeb. Fucking see you later.
So all right, so adding Sandy, what are some other like what are some other top name guys you could see being moved this year?
Oh, see, that's a hard one.
I mean, if the Blue Jays are bad, Scherzer's always a guy people are looking for just because of his experience.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping Vlad, but we'll see on that, I guess. I don't think there's really like a big, besides Vlad, I don't really think there's like a big name that could potentially get moved. I think besides like obviously like Luis Robert is like the big one.
Right.
What I thought was Vlad and Bo Bichette. That was kind of like the names from them, depending on where they were in the season.
I mean, like Nolan Arenado's another one, but he's on like the back end.
Right.
Will the Angels finally just give up and trade Mike Trout?
No. No shot. I genuinely think like if their GM does anything to save his job, it's keeping Mike Trout. That's the thing.
Throw
Is
him a text later.
he's made
Sounds
so
good.
many horrendous moves that whatever shitty trade package he gets back for Mike Trout is gonna get him fired. He's not gonna do it. Think about it. When they traded Brandon Marsh, he was their best hitter, and they traded him for a guy who was a former #1 pick that was scared to hit the ball.
Yeah.
And that's all they got. They got one prospect who has not played at all. I think their worst case scenario is they're going to treat Mike Trout as a like veteran guide for Christian Moore in the next like 5 years, and put them two together. But if he gets traded, the GM will get fired within a week,
Yeah,
or
moving in the
vice
right
versa.
field,
They'll fire
moving
him,
in the right
and
field
then
is definitely going to help.
yeah, they're going to fire him, and then the interim GM's going to trade him like on the spot.
Fucking Nico Harrison.
Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen.
Yandy Diaz.
Oh, gross.
Yeah,
Shane McClanahan.
to the Dodgers.
Anybody from the Rays?
You know what? I was thinking when I saw Hai-Sung Kim's contract with them, I said, this looks like a really trade-friendly contract. He probably wasn't getting the money he was wanted. Go play half a season for the Rays, and then bounce. Here's a list of the top 25 players that could be traded. Luis Robert, #1. Any of these Rays players, Brandon Lau, Yandy Diaz, Jeffrey Springs, Rasmussen, and Jose Siri. They said Wilyer Abreu, Casas are on this list to make room for Anthony Mayer and Teal.
Well, Teal's gone, so
Yeah. This was made like a week before that trade happened. Sonny Gray, Ryan Helsley is on here. I think Sonny Gray could definitely get traded. I think it's a little harder to trade Helsley. Do you think Rooker gets moved from Oakland?
no, not this year. I'd say next year maybe.
Now they're too busy gonna make the playoffs, man.
Yeah.
Fucking stop. If they made the playoffs the first year where they're playing in some bullshit stadium in Sacramento, Oakland fans will be in shambles.
I mean, think of it like this, man. They gotta put a team together at least that people are gonna be kind of excited for when they move to Vegas. They gotta start doing something.
It's called Moneyball, baby.
So here's one I think are going to be. I definitely think these guys are going to be trade pieces this year. And unfortunately, I've had to watch them because they're Angels players. Taylor Ward, Luis Renifo. I think will definitely get their name thrown around, mainly because the Angels owner basically told Manasian, put together a playoff caliber team within the next 2 years or you're done. So I think if Ward or Renifo doesn't have a great year, I think they're going to be put into trade talks just because Ward can hit good in the leadoff spot and Renifo can play 8 positions.
I think the only issue that I have with the Angels and why they won't succeed anywhere is because they're still paying Anthony Rendon to play baseball.
Yeah, I think that's the curse. Once he's gone, they're going to bounce back.
Anthony Rendon last year played. How many games did he play? Let's see.
I think like 30.
He played 57 games. He had 0 home runs. His WAR in the last 4 seasons combined is a fucking 1.6.
The Nats got one right with getting rid of him.
I was gonna say
Right.
someone said he hit that left-handed home run in a blowout game, and then his career, and then everything just went to shit again.
Yeah, I mean, in 2019 he had 126 RBIs. In 5 years with the Angels, he only has 125.
All right, so I'm gonna throw these last 2 names out before we move into like any final segment or any final thoughts. Brett Beatty, Alec Boehm on the trade block this year.
Alec Boehm's
Yay
the
or nay?
interesting one. Alec Boehm's the interesting one. Beatty, I think he stinks. So I don't know what the Mets could get for him. Maybe Adley Rushman, but I think Brett Beatty is not that good. So
No, I think I think Beatty is gonna be trade bait for a star. I think if they try to go after like Luis Robert or Sandy or even Brent Rooker, I think he's gonna get thrown out there. Even if the Mets try to go after like Mason Miller, I think Beatty's gonna be I think every team just sees how he swings the bat and they think like, okay, maybe we could fix it. It's the toxic X that maybe I could fix him this time. Bohm went from a top player to getting benched at the end of the season.
Yeah.
I think I've seen people say the Royals would be a good fit. I don't think so. I think the Royals are kind of set how they are because they have so many players in their farm system that are top level players.
Yeah.
I think the Blue Jays could be a good fit. Maybe not in a Vladdy trade, but if they try to if they're kind of sitting at 500, need something to push them into that wild card spot. I think maybe a change of scenery, go up to Toronto might be good for him. See what Philly needs.
I would say two spots I think he could strive at. I think in the NL, I think if he goes to Cincinnati, he'd be good. And then I hate to sound like this guy, but prospects, you get prospects and you trade him to fucking New York for him to play with the Yankees. They need a third baseman. I don't think it's a bad draw for them either.
No, because I mean, right now you're fighting between what? Fucking LeMahieu and Andrew Velasquez for third base.
Yeah, LeMahieu is probably the starter right now.
Yeah. And that, well, honestly, no, Velasquez has actually been playing really well. But I mean, no, I mean, he can deal with, a toxic sports crowd that's very critical because he's been playing in Philly for, his whole career. The difference is with Philly, where they said you hurt their feelings. They're cheering you the next game. New York, they're just, calling you slurs.
It's all out of love, man.
Aaron
it is not. Trust me.
Aaron Judge. 'Cause, 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 'cause
So looking at another team in the AL East, Mountcastle and Mateo potentially on the trade block this year. You buying or selling?
I mean, it depends on what they need. Obviously, pitching,
Yeah, they need pitching.
Yeah,
but I'm a big Mountcastle guy. I hope not.
So that's what I'm saying. If you have to find a spot for Kierstad, Holiday, and Mayo in your lineup. If is Mountcastle and Mateo in a potential Sandy trade,
Probably.
or at the very least
One of
Mateo.
them. Yeah. I'd say one of them would be.
I think Mountcastle you'd have to get a bigger return for.
I mean, just look at their lineup, right? Potentially, you have Gunnar, Adley, Cedric Mullins, Jordan Westberg, Colton Cowser, Tyler O'Neill, Ryan O'Hearn, Mountcastle, and Jackson Holiday. No
Yeah,
Mateo in there.
and you got yeah. Mateo has just been your like utility guy off the bench, but you're paying him too much to do that.
I think the issue is that people think that Tyler O'Neill is going to play outfield for them. That there's not a fucking chance.
He's gonna
He's just going to
DH.
be the DH, yeah. So that's where Herkstad comes in. You just take O'Hearn out of the lineup. But I mean, when you're throwing out a potential starting rotation of Zach Eflin, Grayson Rodriguez, Charlie Morton, Dean Kramer, and Tomoyuki Sugano, you kind of need to get another starting pitcher.
I would say one for Mateo. I don't know if the Braves would give up a prospect for it, but Mateo is definitely a better defensive shortstop than Arcia. If in a pinch, I think if you're like out on everyone else, like that's your last option to get an improvement, I think that's where you go.
I just think even if you look at their bench, they have so many bats, they need to boost their rotation. Like you still have, I think Ramon Laureano can play some games to you and hit the ball well. You still got Dylan Carlson, Colby Mayo, Ramon Urias.
I think this season is going to be big for the Orioles GM because a lot of people said it over the offseason. He almost like played scared. Like this is the time where you have to play aggressive. The Yankees just lost Soto. The Blue Jays are in disarray and the Red Sox are building something right now and then you have arguably one of the most potential dangerous young lineups in baseball. And you lost Corbin Burns. You brought in 40-year-old Charlie Morton where there was play. You could have went after Flaherty. Could have went after Walker Buehler. You could have went after multiple pitchers and you didn't make any major moves except kind of hope all your young guys pull together. So I think this could be a season where they see like, hey, these are the top 3 pitchers available. Okay, we're gonna throw the farm system out. Like we have everything we need. We have 3 or 4 prospects we know will be good in the next few years. Let's just throw the farm system at the wall and try to compete for the next 2-3 years.
Yeah, I mean they definitely should. Like you said, that core of a lineup that they have, that young core, you're in your window now. You just need more pitching.
Let me see. I'm gonna see who's like in the last year of their contract this year. MLB, I don't want to read your thing. Just tell me the pitchers. Going into free agency this year, pitchers who have kind of been rumored, you could go after Dylan Cease. Framber Valdez will be a free agent the next year. If the Astros start to struggle, they might let go. Jack Flaherty has an opt-out in his contract. Jordan Montgomery isn't happy. I don't think Jordan Montgomery would be a good fit, but that's just an option. Shane Bieber has a player option. There, like you guys mentioned earlier, Scherzer. You have Eflin. If the Brewers and Nestor don't work out, there's that there. There's a huge free agency class or guys that are in their last year that you could potentially get as a rental. And at least just try to get them through this year. But Charlie Morton was definitely not the answer for them. But think that'll be it for today's show. I don't think we even have any much more to talk about, especially with spring trainings kind of hitting the prospect week or two. Any final takes and thoughts that we could see this year that you guys kind of looked at?
Honestly, after what happened this weekend, I hate to like go off topic, but after seeing what happened this weekend and John Cena being a heel now, it's I'm buying in. Hustle, loyalty, and disrespect. Oh yeah, baby.
That was probably one of the best pay-per-views I've seen in a while, man.
Hustle, loyalty, disrespect. Can't wait.
That female cage match was good too, man.
Yeah.
See my girl Jade Cargill show up.
I mean, you do look like Brandon Phillips, so it's all right. Present day Brandon Phillips or fast breaks, I can't tell.
Oh my
Welcome back, Don. I missed you, dog.
Don's been writing these down like for the last 2 weeks. He's been at meetings just like insulting everyone, be like, sorry. I gotta keep my game up.
Oh.
Like y'all wouldn't understand, it's for my podcast.
No, see now my new thing is rage baiting. It's not just making fun of people, it's saying stuff to get them all fired up.
Oh no, man.
It's my favorite. Like
He's just gonna slowly do this, just be like real quick.
Listen. I can handle Horns down, bro. But if he shows up with the OU shirt on, bro, I'm bound.
Oh, I'm never
out.
wear that disgusting color red.
Yeah, man. Only two things come from Oklahoma.
Yep. Brother sister combinations and families inside of families. But the big thing this weekend, we all went out, and what happened was my buddy was feeling himself, like, and I was just like, oh, that's a nice shirt you got on. And he couldn't tell if I was fucking him or not the whole night. So the whole night he was just like, dude, do you think it's a nice shirt? I'm like, yeah, dude, I love the color of it. And he's like, you sarcastic fuck. I go, listen, I think it's a nice shirt. If you don't believe me, you don't believe me. And by the end of the night, we got back to the Airbnb. He ripped his shirt off. And I was like, it's about time you take that piece of shit off. And he goes, you son of a bitch.
Oh shit.
Oh. So on that note, that'll be it for us here tonight. Be sure to tune in on Friday. We're gonna go over Saturday college basketball conference tournaments, NCAA futures. Selection Sundays? What, next Sunday?
2 weeks, baby.
2 weeks, yeah. We're gonna be doing a special live stream Selection Sunday with the boys from the College Juice Pod that are also down there below, going over or live reacting to everything, getting some futures in and some early bets in. And for all you for frequency's sake, guys, we may see an appearance from Mr. Joe the Show Winkle as well, depending on if he decides to kill himself or not after the Illinois game.
Ouch. Ooh.
Wowzers.
Wow.
Yeah. Listen, if Illinois lost that game, we were gonna have to send him the suicide prevention line. Like, I'm not joking. He has had the roughest year and a half in sports. He was a Florida State football fan, a Bears fan.
I
mean,
he was like, you know what? The Bears hurt me. He said my Magic are gonna do good, and then Paolo and Franz both get hurt. Illinois is struggling. Owen Freeman goes out, his buddy. He's struggling right now.
I think the Bears are kind of the NFL comparison of being an Angels and a Knicks fan. So, Lydia, I found your football team.
No, her football team's the Dolphins, so I don't know if that's bad
even
or worse.
Fucking worse. You got Crip Boy Tua throwing up stuff after he gets hit one time.
Oh gosh.
Fucking Tua more like Pua. That guy stinks.
Oh, I'm gonna hear it from her in the morning. This is gonna be great. She's gonna watch the show getting ready for work, and she's gonna be like, "Can you tell Don to stop bullying me?"
Listen, I'm not bullying you. I'm just bullying the teams you represent. You put it on yourself. Told you. I told you. I'm here, baby. John Cena goes heel. The Don's heel. Let's go. Hustle, loyalty, disrespect. Put it on a T-shirt.
We know who's winning the NEC, so you guys just tell my bets. Lock in those Sharks.
Yeah. So make sure you guys tune in Friday.
I have a bold take on Friday night that you guys are gonna want to listen to.
Yeah. And make sure you guys check out Kev and Steve every Saturday morning on the College Juice Pod. And they're going to be doing a live show or podcast collab, right?
Yep.
With the boys at Bearded Baker. So make sure you guys tune in for that. If you guys want, make sure you guys definitely check that out. Make sure you guys check all of us out on Moneyline Go and Twitter. You can find Don over at the Don Corleone Jones. You can find Steve at Fast Breaks, and Kev, I don't even know your Twitter handle. I'm not even gonna lie.
It's right there. Heels 0809.
Heels 0809. And make sure you guys check all of us out on Moneyline. We're gonna have a daily newsletter thread on our Twitter page and on Moneyline Go, highlighting the best bets throughout the day from the top cappers. Make sure you guys tune in for that. And make sure you guys also go subscribe over to For Frequency's Sake for all your fantasy, NASCAR, wrestling, football, horrible sports takes from Joe. I'm kidding, Joe. I love you. Don't kick me off your show. And more every Sunday on For Frequency's Sake. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
This has been a For Frequency's Sake Podcast Network production. For more great content, subscribe to For Frequency's Sake on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.